Hi, in this video we'll be talking about Windows Forms common dialogues. Now the first thing to ask is what's a dialog? And a dialog is simply a window that starts a conversation, a dialogue with a user. The main purpose of a dialog window is to collect certain information from the user. That's the definition of a dialog. So what's a common dialog? Well, a common dialog are commonly used dialogs, such as the ones we often use for opening a file, saving files, choosing fonts, or even choosing a print destination when we're printing documents. In C#, they're represented by classes, which allow us to have an easy time creating them and then showing them to the user. Having common dialogs as ready-made classes makes it easy for us to reuse code and provide consistency between all the applications that run on the Windows operating system. As we said before, each common dialog is represented by a class. And all of these classes actually derive from an abstract base class, CommonDialog. And we're going to show this here with this inheritance diagram. Just letting you know that not all of the available common dialogs are shown in this video. We're just showing a few of them. And we have print dialog, open file dialog, save file dialog, color dialog. All of these are classes which represent specific common dialogs, and they all inherit from the abstract base class CommonDialog. To create a common dialog, it's very simple. We simply instantiate an object of one of the CommonDialog classes, and we call the Showialog method on it. And here we're creating a print dialog and we're showing it. And see how it looks exactly like what you would expect if you're using a Microsoft application and trying to print something. You're going to get the same dialogue, the same look, the same feel. If you look at the code, you're going to see that we created a common dialog reference. And this is perfectly acceptable since, if you remember, a base class reference can refer to a derived class instance. And here are some more examples. We have the open file dialog. And here we use an open file dialog reference to reference the new open file dialog. On the next page here, we have a color dialog. And as you can see, with only 2 lines of code, we're getting all of this functionality, all of this pre-made code and everything. We're getting way more productivity with way less work, and that's what common dialogs are for. In closing, the common dialogs shown here are not all that there is. There's still a few more that weren't shown, so check out the MSDN site for more info. The main goal of using common dialogs is to provide code reuse and consistency across applications. And again, all common dialogs are classes which inherit from an abstract base class, CommonDialog. Thanks so much for watching this very, very short video. If you want to contact me for a tutoring session or for questions, then you can always email me at sparkprogrammer@gmail.com or concord.spark.tutor@gmail.com.